This morning, at least 70 passengers aboard a flight traveling to Nepal are dead. That plane was en route from Kathmandu to the tourist town of Pokhara. 15 foreign nationals were on board. No Americans were on the plane at the time. Nepal is a landlocked country. It's between China and India. It is a popular destination for pilgrims and other religious travelers. Pokhara is well known in the region for being a top tourist destination as well. Mourners gathered late this morning, local time. Aviation officials are combing through that wreckage just yards away from the runway of the airport. Officials are now saying they have recovered the aircraft's black box as their investigation continues at this hour. Joining me to talk more about the crash, Richard Levy. He is an aviation expert and retired airline captain. Thank you for being with us this morning. It is just heartbreaking for these families who have to wait for answers. The plane's descent described as normal until it suddenly veered to the left and then crashed. What does that tell you?
Morning, good morning to you and your visitors. And our thoughts go out, of course. The flight was an ATR-72 airplane from Kathmandu, the capital. Very hazardous terrain around the Kathmandu airport, but the airplane flew 27 minutes over to Pokhara, as you mentioned. There's a picture for your viewers of what's going to be studied over and over. When the flight data recorder and voice cockpit recorders are recovered, they are recovered and analyzed by the authorities in Nepal. And what we're going to look at, what they are going to look at, is why the airplane apparently stalled. A stall is not in an airplane, it's not the same as in a car, Marni, at all. It has to do with airflow over the wing. And to keep it simple, it could have been the pilot, whoever it was, the captain or the first officer flying the airplane, started to decelerate, bring the nose up of the airplane, and then air starts to burble or lose contact over the top of the wing, and one wing stalls before the other, and that's called a loss of lift. And what you could see in your viewers, in the view from the airplane, that is, the left wing is coming down. And the recovery of that, this is called in industry, Marni, loss of control in flight. There's the picture right there. This is the biggest cause of accidents worldwide. And the recovery from stall, if they're trying to turn the airplane too tight or too sharply, is to simply go around if things are going bad. One pilot calls out to the other and says, go around, and that's the simple recovery. Regretfully, they did not do it. They had what we call continuation bias. They wanted to land the airplane. Probably a bad decision right there. In the recovery at that low altitude above the ground, they're probably 250, 300 feet above the ground at the highest, is to lower the nose. Yeah, it's obvious you're near the ground. Lower the nose, push forward on the control column, add thrust, and roll the wings level. They did just the opposite, Marni, and it resulted in the accident. Full disclosure, I'm not privy to the flight data recorder showing exactly the speed, the attitude of the airplane, what they're doing in the control, with the flight controls, and the conversation up there and the flight deck.
Well, let me jump in here real quick, because as a passenger, I was always under the impression that they're relying on the instruments to take off, land, fly the plane. But in this situation, the pilots are handling that themselves?
Very, very perceptive, and I'm very sincere when I mean that to you. There is hazardous terrain, as you and your viewers are well aware of, in Nepal, the country Nepal. And so a lot of the flying, when the weather is good, and the weather was good there at the time of the crash, was the type of approach that was a visual approach, looking at the ground and to judge how tight they need to turn the airplane. So, but there always has to be a pilot monitoring. There's a pilot flying, obviously flying the airplane, a pilot monitoring who's looking for things going bad and should call out and say, we're getting too slow, add power, let's go around. Let's reject the landing, execute a go around. So you're exactly correct. They should have had more attention on the instruments. And if it became overwhelming to them, again, I'm repeating myself, go around. Do not try to fixate on landing. This is one thing that's interesting, Marni, is this airport opened up on January 1st of 2023, this year, 2 weeks ago. And this may be the second landing on runway 12. They came from Kathmandu. They could have flown straight into runway 30. Now, we don't know the winds at the runway at that time by any means. Right. And that may be why they chose to land on runway 12.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.